Hello everybody, welcome back to the training every single day, over 300 days. So if you look at the tempo here, this is how I build strength. This is a strength tempo. I'm working for this kind of level of speed in the pull-ups, which is a bit different than the mobility stretching of the back and the spine pull-ups that I normally do. This skin the cat is another good shoulder mobility exercise. Build strength in the pulling muscles and in the core. And then I move over to the dip bars, where I do some dips to build up some mobility and some strength in the shoulders and the chest. I try to go down as deep as I can, get a real nice painful stretch, and then go all the way back up. And then I'm going to try to build more and more mobility, really fortify the shoulder joints, the arm muscles and tendons, and the chest gets a good stretch. I even feel it working into the back muscles. When you get really far back like that, you can really feel your back getting engaged. This was I think this was the best jump rope session that I've had. I was able to go a pretty good amount of time, and I was able to challenge my cardiovascular system. My lungs and my heart actually got a workout. Unfortunately, this jump rope here was about 30 minutes after I ate, and I thought that was enough time for my food, but if I pushed it any farther, I really felt like I was going to throw up, so I had to stop it a little bit short. But I am still happy that I have been making some progress in the jump rope, being able to jump rope and not have my arms fatigue and my shoulders fatigue. I was able to push through it. I was working with my breathing. I was breathing hard to keep my shoulders from going fatiguing. And I actually felt a bit of a stimulus in the calves, which was very exciting for me, because that was kind of the reason I got into jump roping, because I want something to build up the calf, the lower legs, along with some cardio and some footwork. So this was the first time I was able to get a cardio workout from the jump rope. Unfortunately, I did it too soon after eating, and I was about to lose my Chipotle burrito. I try not to eat out at restaurants too much because they don't really use the best ingredients. The goal of a company is to make the most money, and that is not to make the healthiest food and most nutritious food for people. You really want to use some high quality oils. They normally use like rice bran oil. I mean, specifically at Chipotle, but most places are really bad. They just use seed oils. They don't. The oils you want to use are like butter, ghee, duck fat, olive oil, coconut oil, avocado oil, sesame oil, peanut oil. There's really a bunch of healthy options, but the bad ones are mainly like soybean oil, canola oil, vegetable oil. I got into some stretching there, and I also got into stretching right here at night, where I stretched out the legs and the arms, and then the shoulders and chest with these push-ups here, along with crossing the leg over the other leg and putting some weight on it. That kind of movements are really good, at least for me, because this was kind of the motion that I overworked in the past. So spending a little bit of time in it to build up some of the coordination, along with using the musculature in a not so intense way, a very easy way of doing it. I think part of that motion that I'm doing here was what I kind of overworked with the legs, that ended up overworking my hips. So spending some time doing a movement with very low intensity is a really good way to engage some of the muscles that get overworked when you go high intensity. So, for example, when you go like very heavy on, let's just say, a bench press, you use different muscles and put different loads on your body when you go very intensely versus very not intensely. So a 100-pound bench press is a different movement than a 500-pound bench press. So think about that when you choose the intensity of exercises. A higher intensity or lower intensity version of the same movement is a completely different movement. So thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. That's the best way to support the channel. I will see you next time in the video. Bye-bye.